Just think about your chat spams when you react to Genshin, plus you openly shit on it all the time. I don't openly shit on Genshin all the time. I think I give fair criticism. I'm not just blatantly shitting on it, man. It's very different. Okay? Yes, you do know. Well, no, chat. Actually, according to a lot of people, I'm actually a Giga Hoyo shield that loves Genshin Impact. So, you're wrong. You're wrong. I have never shit on Genshin Impact in my life. Okay, to be fair though, like, I don't think I've shit on Genshin in a long time. I think I've been pretty fair to Natlan, right? Like, you can tell me I'm wrong, but I feel like I've been pretty good on Natlan, you know? I'm going to fairly criticize your mom. Fuck Genshin Frogs, they hate us. Natlan is shit? I think it's a bad take. I think Natlan has been enjoyable for me, like, story-wise. Besides story, I think it's just another fucking Genshin patch, right? But, like, I think Natlan's story I've been enjoying. You did not give a shit nor talked about it in a long time? Okay, is not talking about Genshin in a long time shitting on Genshin? What does that even mean? Like, just because I'm not talking about it doesn't mean I'm shitting on it. Yes? Oh, so if I don't actively play Genshin every day, I'm shitting on it. Is that how that works? Yeah, true. What is this chat saying? That's what I'm saying, man. Like, it's just because I'm just, like, not actively interested in what's going on in Genshin's current patch, right? I did. Let's just rewind. I did the new story quest in this patch. I did all of that, right? Sure. Did I do all the events? Fuck no, right? But, like, okay, to be fair, do I do any events outside of ZZZ? I think ZZZ is the only fucking game that I actually do events for, all right? The artistic vision of Fontaine was so superior to Natlan that I can't compare. Plus all the janky kits for the new characters. I get it when people say this, like, they dislike it. Okay, but, like, again, I think you can glaze Fontaine without shitting on Natlan that much. Because, like, I don't think Natlan has been that bad, right? Story-wise. Now, everything else, right, I do agree. Like, character kits, locking behind exploration, like, aspects, stuff like that, sure. Right? I can understand that. And then again, if you have, like, any other, like, like, game-related problems with Natlan, I'm talking about specifically, like, Twitter mob, right? That's completely outside of the game, right? Or I guess it's technically in the game as well. But I feel like for the most part, I think Fontaine was such a high, that's why people feel like Natlan is such a low. Where I don't think Natlan is that much of a low, but it's that Fontaine was so good that you feel like Natlan is such a low, you know? Because let's be fair, chat, I fucking love the shit out of Fontaine, right? I love Farina. Farina is still, to this day, my favorite fucking Archon, right? Even though, okay, technically she's not an Archon, but, you know? Fontaine prison arc was shit? Oh, yeah, 100%. The fucking prison arc with Risley? Holy fucking snooze fest. Oh my god, that shit was rough to get through. But besides that, for the most part, it was pretty good, alright? That's why I kind of glaze Natlan's story a little bit right now, where I don't feel like there's been a Natlan story quest where I've been like, man, this shit is fucking, like, that level of bad, right? I don't think there's been a part in Natlan's story where I was like, oh my god, this is just like fucking Risley's jail, right? I think Natlan's story has been pretty well paced. So, like, just speaking on story, I think Natlan's been alright. Like, now, if 5.2's fucking story quest was 6 hours long, I would have fucking mauled it. But 5.2 story chat was like an hour and a half. Or if that. I swear that shit was like an hour. That shit was nice, concise, quick, to the point, done. And it was fucking really enjoyable, right? Yeah, it was like an hour. It was perfectly paced. I fucking liked that. If it was like a Pentacone going fucking 8 hours, sure. Like, I'd fucking shit on that 100%. Especially since 5.2 wasn't even, like, really that important of a story quest, right? Good pace for a Valor quest? Exactly. Which had better exploration, Natlan or Fontaine? Natlan. But, like, this is coming from the POV of someone who owns every character, right? If you don't own every character, you might say Fontaine, but I do really think the underwater exploration kind of got fucking boring to me. Like, if we got a character who, in Fontaine, could just fucking turn into a turbojet underwater and go and fucking start, like, literally going around like a fucking missile underwater, sure, that would have been cool. But we didn't get something like that. So underwater swimming was still fucking annoying. Like, I wasn't crazy about it, man. I like, the underwater swimming aspect was like a real cool novelty for like one patch. And I kind of got over it, like, real fucking quick. I didn't care. Did bro even explore? I did, and then I stopped. If I show you my Fontaine exploration, it looks disgusting. I barely fucking explored because I got sick and tired of that shit. All right? Like, I admittedly agree. My Fontaine exploration is pretty much non-existent because I got tired of it. Now, my Natlan exploration is good. It's actually decent. So, that just kind of shows you, right? Now, okay, I will agree. Would my Natlan exploration be that good if I didn't have the characters? Probably not. I agree in that aspect. What about Sumeru? I fucking hated Sumeru because Sumeru had all those like multi-level fucking tunnel explorations, and this was at a time when Genshin hadn't really fucking released good fucking underground maps. That shit was, I hated that shit. Yeah, cave systems in Sumeru were awful, and that turned me off from a lot of exploration from Sumeru. Outside of like the main area, the desert area I couldn't fucking bother doing, right? The forest area I did a decent amount in Sumeru. But the desert, oh my god. Natlan exploration varies depending if you paid 180 wishes for it. Exactly, right? So like I'm coming at this from the POV of someone who did swipe for the characters. And I can agree, right? With the characters, Natlan exploration is pretty fucking smooth. Now, do the Saurians kind of work in the same aspect? Yes, but it's still fucking an extra step that you have to do as a free-to-play player that's kind of still annoying, right? So yeah, it's kind of shitty. Kyostins explore a whole Natlan without Natlan characters. If people are complaining about exploration in Natlan, no, but like it's still an extra step, right? And then there's that whole FOMO aspect where like you see other people flying around with Chasca, and you're like, guess I'll turn into a fucking pterodactyl, which is like, you know, sure, does it work? Yeah, but it doesn't feel as great, right? Like it would be way cooler if I flew around on a giant revolver than turning into a pterodactyl. Just get Malwika? True! If you do get Malwika, you get the whole package, right? Just like a lesser aspect of certain ones, but like still, you get all of it in one, so. Exploring with and without Chasca and Natlan is insane, to be honest. Yeah. I like Natlan kit designs are focused on fun and exploring instead of brain dead damage like Nuvoled and Arlecchino. I don't want to say that Natlan's character designs aren't focused on brain dead damage as well, though, right? I feel like there still are. I don't know. I didn't pull for any Natlan characters. I raw dogged that shit. I'm free to play and I've never felt like turning into a Saurian hindered the enjoyment. I guess. I mean, I can't speak on it because I don't own the Saurian, or I own all the characters. But all I remember is, I think it was during the gacha cast. I think people are having takes that Natlan exploration was terrible if you don't have the characters, and MiHoYo is locking behind exploration behind the Saurians, right? And I was like, I mean, you know, I feel like you could still do all of it with the Saurians. But there were like a lot of people going like against me, saying like, oh, that's a whale take, which it's like, I don't know, right? Because like my main point, like my main proof of that point, right? The main proof of that point that I was trying to make was Mr. Poke, I'm pretty sure doesn't have a single Natlan character. And he's gone through all of Natlan's story so far, right? Which is like kind of proof enough that you can kind of go through the game just fine, right? So, I don't know. I just assumed I was having an out-of-touch take with the, you could use Saurians, but because everybody was saying, like, I was having a bad take, but y'all tell me, I don't know. That's just a tourist take from people who clearly don't play? Okay, right? Like, I think we can probably all agree that there's a lot of people in the gacha cast that don't play a lot of the gacha games, besides the main ones, so, you know, it isn't, like, crazy rocket science to say that they don't really, yeah. Like you? Okay, listen, now, am I that consistent with all of them? Sure, I'm not, but I feel like I play a little bit more, you know? Did he even explore anything? Poke? I think he did. I'm not sure, right? But he went through all of Natlan's story, and I think he did exploration, right? Your take is reasonable. Saurians are nearby all sites that need them. Yeah, he did not. His account manager sure did. Oh, well, maybe I'm giving Poke a little too much benefit of the doubt. Well, I mean, listen, maybe, but either way, right? It still has to be said that certain parts of the story, right, to like navigate to them and back and forth, you do have to use Saurians here and there. So like in those cases when he did story, he probably did use those Saurians. So it's not like he never used them. right? I can see where you're coming from. I'm personally torn on this. I play Genshin and the characters, and Natlan forces me to turn into dinos I don't really care about. But I also don't want exploration to literally get locked behind gachas, and the dinos are a reasonable mechanic by itself. Yeah. For sure. I think the main gripe most people have with Natlan, now I could be wrong, is that, how do I phrase this? It feels, at least for me, a lot of the characters don't feel inspiring. This could be, at least for me, this could be maybe just my bad take. Like, for example, from the very beginning of Natlan's release, chat, what did I say? There was only one character that piqued my interest. It was Sitlali. Molani, I'm kind of whatever about. Kanich, I'm kind of whatever about. Shilonen, sure, she's hot, but again, I'm kind of whatever about her, right? Mawika, like, oh my god, great looking Archon. Sure, do I like the biker outfit? Yeah. Again, I think Mawika's my least typed Archon ever, which is kind of crazy, considering she's a fucking Archon, right? Like, Natlan's character designs have, for me, been a pretty miss thing. Where, like, I haven't had anyone besides Sitlali where I was like, damn, I like that character. But even Sitlali is like, you know, I like her, but I ain't, like, C6ing like her, right? It's not, like, Chlorine level, so. Mawika skin soon? Yeah, okay, bro, I'll believe it when I see it. Which, again, like, I don't think me saying Natlan's character designs have been mediocre is trying to say, like, Natlan's been garbage, right? I still think Natlan's story is, like, pretty enjoyable. So let's say if Capitano does come out, would you C6 him? I might, yes. Capitano is, besides Sitlali, my other favorite Natlan technically not a Natlan character, but like, you know what I mean, right? So like, if he actually becomes playable, I might contemplate on it. But I've yet to have a single character in Natlan that I've wanted to C6 yet. Like, not even fucking close, which is kind of sad. Right? The only reason I have C4 Mulani is because I got streamer award primo gems that day, and I was like, oh, might as well swipe. Alright? Skirk, I don't really count Skirk as a Natlan character, right? She's not a Natlan character. She's just probably coming out in 5.x. That's good, you were saving money? Yeah. Wasn't Varka in Natlan? I believe he was at one point because he's we had dialogue where he talked about the Pyro Archon, right? I think getting C0 Natlan character for exploration as a free to play is totally worth it if you want to. I'm gonna say this. I think the only exploration character so far released that's worth getting as a free to play is Chasca. Cause here's my issue, right? Here's my issue. Why climb walls when you can fly? Why ride a shark across water when you can fly? Why go vine to vine when you can fly? Right? Like, Chasca's flying, I feel like, kind of just does take a little bit away from the other, like, methods of transportation. Because flying is just busted. Or true, just pull for Mawika and do all of them, right? The just pull Mawika at that point? Exactly. Or just pull Mawika at that point. Yeah. Shilona is better kit-wise? No, 100%. But we're talking just exploration-wise, right? I think we could all agree climbing walls only goes so far, but flying could probably become more handy in more situations for exploration, right? Scaramouche flies as well. Bro, have you seen a Chasca Scaramouche comparison? I did it myself. Scaramouche might as well be fucking crawling. Because that shit ain't even close, alright? That shit ain't even fucking close, alright? And I tested it outside of Natlan, by the way. So this was without the Natlan bonus, okay? Even without Natlan bonus, fucking Chasca no diffs Scaramouche. It's fucking embarrassing. But Molani is better on water. She is, yeah. But I'm just saying, flying over water kind of does the job as well, if you think about it. They designed the areas with those Saurians in mind. The areas of this patch cater to flying more, whereas the first area are more vertical, so Kanich and Shilonen are better. Oh my god, so you're telling me Hoyoverse not only give us catered abyss floors, they're always also giving us catered exploration to sell specific characters on specific patches. These fucking rats. No, I'm fucking being sarcastic, chat. Yeah, obviously. But like, you know, to an extent, I feel like even in the first zone, you could probably get a lot done with Chasca. Do you like Sumeru or Natlan better character-wise? Let me think through this roster, right? Sumeru's had Dia, Alhaitham, Nahida, Candace, Nilu, Sino, Farazan, Kave, Tainari, yeah, Layla. Yeah, I think, but it's a bit unfair, you know? Like, Sumeru had how many more patches, right? They had like 4 more patches of characters released than what we have Natlan so far. So, you know, maybe Natlan will cook. It just needs more time. Yeah, Natlan's not done yet. So what were the first banners of Sumeru? It was Tainari, Sino, Nilu, I think, right? Okay. And then Nahida. That compared to Molani, Kenichi Shilonen, Chasca. Design-wise, I think Sumeru wins. But, like, that's not entirely fair. I do really like... You know, like, as much as I shit on Sino, I do like Sino's aesthetic, right? That, like, Anubis aesthetic he has is pretty fucking cool. I love Nilu, but, like, that's bias. Yeah, I think Sumeru just wins.
Don't know how to express their thoughts. They mask hate with criticism. If you don't like the design, just say it. If the exploration doesn't work for you, say that too. You have every right to like or dislike anything.
I think Sumeru wins out completely in terms of design.
Being objectively right when games like these thrive on subjectivity?
It's
a single-player experience.
Who is he talking to?
You and you alone. Grow a spine, hate more, be spiteful.
Who is he talking to? Right? I think Sumeru wins out, like, easily. Yeah, he can't be talking to me. I give out my opinions pretty fucking candidly all the time. Don't worry, Bob. We know you like Zezu the most. You S6er without hesitation, while someone like Bernice says M4. Shut the fuck up, bro. I don't know why people still fucking slander Zezu, okay? I really don't think she looks ugly, and you guys are just fucking shitposting. She looks fine, man. She's not. She looks fine, okay? You guys are just hating because I like her, alright? Listen, I kind of wish Kuro releases a statistic that shows how many people in the world S6 the character. I want to fucking see. I want to see if I'm like the 1% that S6 Zezu. Zezu equals 1 player. Yeah, I'm the only one. Nobody else did. You just can't accept it because you S6er? No. Am I wholeheartedly... Did I not wholeheartedly admit that I do kind of regret S6ing her because I didn't end up liking her gameplay that much?
My internet was lagging.
But I still like her aesthetically, just not gameplay-like. Bro, there's no way you like Zeshu to the extent of S6ing her and didn't do M6 Bernice?
She looks like you. / now do you mind turning off your webcam? Really innocent.
Whatever, shut up, bro. Say what you want, okay? Now, like I did say this when we got Bernice, that I would have, if I could, take a little refund on my Zezu so I could roll a little bit more on Bernice. I did say that, right? I would have done that, 100%. But, you know, this is the real world. You gotta live with the consequences of your action, all right? We're big boys now. This is the big leagues. We're adults, okay? I can't just refund it, all right? As much as I would love to. And to be fair, I wouldn't even refund that much. I would just like refund to like S2, right? I think S2 is fine. You're pushing 40, by the way. Fuck you. Which limited 5-star, what does she look better than? Zezu? She looks better than... Shangli Yao? No, Shangli Yao looks pretty cool, especially if you have his actual weapon. Well, okay, chat. Is that not so much that's not so much Zezu being ugly. That's so much that the other limiteds are so much hotter, right? Like, let's be fair. Jin Shi is hot. Chang Li is hot. Yin Lin is hot, right? Camellia is hot. Shorekeeper is hot. Like, that's not the fault of Zezu being ugly, right? She's not ugly. It's just that the others, the options out there are much, like, they're just that hot, right? Stop it. Just say she's boring. So fuck you. I will continue to defend the honor. Just like I defend the honor of Nilu and Genshin, I will continue to defend the honor of Zezu. I don't fucking care what you stinking losers say. Okay? She's not fucking ugly. You're ugly. All right? Our chat dumbs. S6 Zezu probably cheaper than M4 Bernice. That's true as well, right? We all know my S6. Can we all remember? That's not true. What? Do you remember how much S2 Bernice cost me? Or M2 Bernice? What the fuck are you saying? That shit cost me a goddamn arm and a
Bro,
leg.
you need to read and look at kits before you see 6.
Hold up, hold
I
up,
know
hold up,
this
hold up,
isn't
hold
every
up.
time, but it happens frequently. I've
Hold
seen
up.
you roll, then after you get the max cons, you then proceed to say, what does she actually do?
Okay, yes, sure. Did I do that? Yeah, but, you know, sometimes my brain kind of loses control. Bro, okay, I guess it wasn't that bad. I won 2 50-50s and then lost a 50-50 guaranteed, lost 50-50 guaranteed. Okay, you know, yeah,
Just
it's,
admit she was your hipster roll. You wanted to S6 her because no one else would.
No, that's not why. Fuck you. Never forget? Okay, stop. Stop. You guys are literally just mean to Zezu for no reason. If I did, I'll bet you guys, if I didn't like Zezu, you guys would not fucking shit on her. 1,000,000%. 1 fucking 1,000,000%. Some people agree with you on Neela, but nobody agrees about Zezu, bro, except Defeat. No. I've chatted in some Wuwa chats before, and some of them call me base when I tell them I have S6 Zezu. Okay? So that's just not true. You guys just aren't Wuwa pilled enough. Alright? Remember, you pulled multiple copies of Zezu weapon instead of going for a C5 Zezu? Yeah, that was a bit of a tragedy, because I misunderstood how to try to get pull currency, you know?